guys, trying this video. This is my first time recording. So it's actually 12 12/24 December 12, 2024. So yeah, it's Thursday. Um Getting up from work. So I'm just trying to think something na I can enjoy right now. So sorry tumitingin ako screen ito na isa kasi nako-conscious ako. This is my first time seeing myself doing this video. So, I don't know, just trying something good for my life and for my future. So, I woke up this morning. Of course, very grateful for another day. And what else? These days are very different from the life that I had for the past 3 years. So maybe I'll start with when I graduated. Highlights. Siguro kailangan ko lang i-document right now for my future self. I hope future self na makita mo tong video na to. And I hope you're proud of me of doing this video kasi hindi ko na talaga alam gagawin ko right now sa age natin na 'to, at the age 27. But at least I'm doing something for us in the future and for you there in the future, na ito yung situation. So, without further ado, I'm not even a brother, but I have to do this just to for you in the future. So when I graduated, I was a bachelor's degree holder of education, social studies, and after that, walang pahinga. After that, while processing the graduation, medyo pinadali ko yung life. Like, as, nag-process pa ako ng mga seminars that time, but I decided to, you know, take um, the board exam. And I joined my other classmates then para in case. So we have 30 minutes pala before December 13th. So it's now 11:30 p.m. Just to show you. I'm gonna show you the time. I'm not sure if clear siya, but that's the time. So 11:30 p.m. Anyways, hindi siya gaano nakita. But anyways, then I'm gonna continue this recording right here. So, medyo deep na. Basically, instead of teaching, I graduated with education and then I took the board exam. Sobrang fast, sobrang bilis ng pangyayari right now. Kahit isipin ko yung mga pangyayari para lang siyang in a span of 5 minutes. I passed the board exam. I'm grateful to God for giving me the chance to, have this certification or license na right now kapag iniisip ko nagamit ko talaga siya next sa pag-apply ng trabaho and how I market myself. Other than that, I started working, at the age 20, I started working in Ayala, Makati, which is very proud naman ako na yun na yung standard na sinimulan ko agad noon. And I'm starting to earn parang 18,000 something yata. Medyo malaki na yun that time. And then mabilis lang yung panahon, mabilis lang din yung umpisan, umabot ng 20,000. After that, I worked with RIA, so may BFF. I worked with RIA. And then there, parang umabot na ng 20,000, 22,000 salary natin, gano'n. And then, ano pa ba? I don't know if I can do this, but I guess this is the only way I can reflect to my life. bihira yung moment na mapag-isa ako during those times. Since lumaki ako, I was surrounded by many people. Of course, we are a big family. We are nine in the family. And then I have six brothers. I'm the youngest. I'm the only daughter. And then I still have my parents up to this day, 2024. I'm so blessed to have um, my parents beside me during this time. Yeah. Umiyak ako. Oh my God. But allow me to just speak my mind right now. Ay, iyak na ako agad. Totoo talaga naiyak ako. Ano ba? Like, we work in, I work as a, una, payment officer, naging admin assistant, after admin assistant, what else? Back to payment officer for quite some time. And then admin assistant again, so naging ganun siya. Payment officer, admin assistant, payment officer, admin assistant for four companies, four different companies. And then after that, what else? After that, um, yeah, at the age 24, as I've mentioned, no, uh, it was it was my life was different from past 3 years ago, and way different. Like yung pinaka-exact 3 years na yun, I didn't know what happened. Kasi even pandemic, I have my own life. I have my life figured out. I know what I wanted. And I'm still with the people that I used to know. Sila talaga yung comfort um, tribe ko as such. But, I don't know. After age 24, actually at age 22, I started dating. I started trying to look for a relationship. Not really look for, but it happened naturally. Well, I'll be very honest. So, I can't mention names here today. I'll just tell you what is happening at this age 27. When I graduated, I was in the dark talaga. So I understand those people na nagsasabi na I was in the dark times, because I've been in that same position, and I was depressed when I graduated. I didn't feel anything. Like, sobrang numb ko nung gumraduate ako or even nung pumasa ako ng LET. Siguro medyo nagka-life ako nung kinakabahan na ako nung naghintay ako ng board exam result. But then, I was so depressed when I graduated because, una sa lahat, I didn't make it to parang become a library, which is subconsciously, hindi ko siya iniisip. But of course, it's still my dream. Parang I wanted to be a cum laude. But yeah, it didn't happen, and I did my best. I tried my best. I became a scholar of two different things from church or in the government as well. And I did my part, 'di ba? Ginawa ko naman lahat ng best ko. So, yeah, why? Bakit ako na-depress during those time? Because I lost my first love. I lost someone I really love. Parang I didn't know how to handle a relationship or to handle a suitor during that time because it was my first time and I was surrounded by many people. I didn't know myself during that time. Like, oh my gosh, someone loves me. And sa totoo lang, bago niya ako nagustuhan, nagustuhan ko muna siya first. And when I saw him, sitting somewhere, I can't, I can't share the information, but when I saw him sitting, yeah, I'm looking up to him, like, oh my gosh, look how slow mo yung moment. Like, even right now, pag naalala ko yan, it's just so funny, but hindi, it was just Eh, wala lang, crush. Pero I didn't know na ganito yung magiging effect niya sa life ko. This guy that I really like, may ano pa ako mga crush sa kanya no, more but this one, I can feel that this guy is mine. Akin to. Like, I think he has to know that may feelings ako sa kanya. And nalaman niya and yeah, during my 18th birthday, he was there. And then um I can't tell you what he gave me, but it is something from the heart. Alam niya yung dapat ibigay sa akin during that time. Something that I was so passionate. And that's why sobra ako na-fall, I would say. And then, alam mo yung muntik na kitang minahal, sobrang yun na yun. And during my graduation, we had the best girl in town, you know. It made me so insecure about myself, my body, or such. And to be honest, hindi ko talaga alam kung paano siya re-replyan, kung paano ko siya kakausapin because sobrang kabado ako. Like, sobra akong nangangatog, hindi ko maintindihan. Sobrang hopya talaga ako sa kanya. So, I would say yun yung mga moment na hindi ko talaga alam yung sarili ko. I just know that I like this guy and I wanted to have a life with him. Like, inimagine ko na pag kami nito nagkatuluyan, sobrang simple ng buhay. We don't need to, I didn't think about the future. I just think about the present and I can feel that I really wanted this guy. It's just that after 3 months na no contact because ako talagang gaga, as in gaga ako. Hindi ko alam kung paano mag-respond sa kanya or kung paano siya ano, I just know na sobrang patay na patay ako sa kanya. And I don't know what's gonna happen with my life, if ano, gusto ba siya ng parents ko or what. And hindi naman siya nagsi-step forward. Maybe hindi ko siya nabigyan ng lakas ng loob to, you know, ligawan ako sa bahay namin or ano. Wala kaming nasabi. Anyway, na-broken hearted ako at the age 19 and 20 years old, getting when I graduated. And it still haunts me up until today. So I just wanted you to know that um I don't know who am I talking right now, if it's gonna be my future self or people who, you know, random people, strangers or colleagues, whatever. But it's been hard since the day we left. Like he found the best girl in town and made everyone proud of him, made everyone think of him as so accepted in life. And I feel lost afterwards. I was so insecure. I was so I am something that I'm like someone na sobrang insecure that I had to prove something in the public na I was doing better, I was doing great at all, no problems at all. I didn't think about him at all. But you know what? Sobrang pasak talaga ako that time. Like I'm attending I am attending review classes and I was at the bus and I was like feeling empty. Like, I'm not sure if it's the music that I'm listening to, pero I was so empty na pag may sumapak sa akin sa labas, hindi ko siya mararamdaman. And I was trying to challenge myself to watch like horror movies such as, but you know what? I don't feel anything. I was afraid, of course, watching some horror movies as well, but I don't feel anything at all. Because during the time sinagot na siya ng girl. I don't know bakit ito pa rin yung kinukuwento ko up until age 27. It was like past 8 to 9 years ago, which is years na relationship na right now. Nagbigay ba ako ng hint? But yeah, I'm happy for him. Thinking about him, it makes me feel both sad and happy. Sad because that's the life that I dream for myself. I didn't have to prove anything. I just wanted to have someone beside me who will support me, who will love me for who I am. And I think yun yung ginagawa niya ngayon sa girlfriend niya. And sad at some point, happy at some point rather. Dahil he will be marrying that girl soon. I wish I was mature to take that level of pain in my heart, even if until the day that I die, it's still in my heart. Like that was so that was so strong of me. Like nasa peak pa ng nung panahon na hindi pa naman sila nag-girl. Alam ko na hinihintay niya ako na pigilan. Like, he's a guy, makakita talaga siya ng better girl than I am. But, yeah, it happened. And I was like, Lord, I'm surrendering everything to you. I trust you. Ganun ako. And then, I don't know if I should say this, but the term is that God disappointed me so much that time. That naaway ko siya, I was depressed, my parents are worried about me, I'm talking to myself at times. And I was like empty, looking at ewan, para akong nasapid that time. But I told God na, pinabayaan mo naman ako eh. And after that, I would say, medyo na, na-challenge talaga yung relationship ko with God. And since na I batang simbahan ako, ganyan, it was tough for me giving my all of my trust to God na that man will choose me, that guy will choose me no matter what. But he didn't choose me. So we moved forward and then um moved forward and then chose that girl over me. He just gave me a letter na he's gonna, stop doing this, stop doing that, and he has no chance at all. And I didn't reply up until today. I was hoping na, I am currently hoping na he will invite me to his marriage. I'm really hoping na I can greet him congratulations because I was the girl before that happened. No. And yep, uh, yeah, heavy to share this through a camera. This is my first time doing that. But anyways, I have to do this. After that, my life been very busy. It has been new. I was exposed to so many things in life, like meeting other people, meeting so many people, having this level of opportunity in life. I learned a lot, I learned how to adjust in life, to know what pain is. Naging ano siya, kumbaga life is life eh. I travel a lot. I travel so many places. And at times, dinadala ko siya sa heart. Kinakausap ko lang siya sa air kahit buhay pa siya and he has a girlfriend. Sometimes, I long for him. Like, kinakausap ko siya randomly ulit. Sana ikaw kasama ko dito. Like that. I was delulu doing. But anyways, it's done. At the age 22, I started dating again. And I started dating again. And then I met two guys, to be exact. Two guys. Um, the first guy that I met during those time na opening myself to, being courted, something like that. I met him at an event. Siguro, hindi ko na lang i-mention yung event, but he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He's a good provider. He can treat me anywhere, like any restaurant that I like. Yep. Actually, 3 guys pala yung na-meet ko, sorry. But I'm not really someone na, nagpapaligaw. I just chose these 3 guys that I think I'm comfortable to, accept. Yeah, the first guy, he's great, but it pains me that he has his past and the habits that I can't accept. So the past is for me, it's kind of like this is just for me, it's worse. For a woman to think of his past all the time, and I can't, live to that dark relationship with Charles. And then the other guy is my first boyfriend. So right now, the other guy that after that is actually it didn't work, but at least he saw my friends. But yeah, anyways, bakit nag-uusap about love life? I'm just here to share that during December 12, 2024, life is like this. So, um, technically ba? What happened is that after age 24, I said yes to a guy to be my first boyfriend, and um, because I love him during that time. Like, I didn't know na mag-open pa yung heart ko after nung first love ko na yun. Like, sobrang insecure ko sa body ko, and then someone came to, be patient with me or be patient of himself for staying with me, and, di madali. I don't know what to share, self, but, yeah, we accepted the guy. This guy, my first boyfriend, is, for me, he is the best. He is very caring, very supportive, very loving. Of course, he has provider tendencies, no. He knows how to take care of me. His love language is act of service, and maybe yeah, he's a great guy. So at the age 27, for the past 3 years, I'll explain that to you. Know, at the age 24, I decided to leave home because I had this huge fight with my brothers. So, two brothers lang naman yung family namin, and then pang four. So, I had this huge fight with parents, and then these two brothers of mine. That during that time, I was 2 weeks parang applying for a job for the first time in my life after few companies. I was so depressed at the age 22 na tama ba? Ito is 22, 24 I guess. I don't know, hindi ko na alam. Nalilito na ako. Anyways, it's, it's heavy. But, I had a huge fight with my brother and my father actually that I was so depressed, and my boyfriend and I, we don't have dogs during the time. And we were like so in love with ourselves, and with both of us, we were so in love, and I was so happy during the time. It's just that I can't accept any criticism during the time because it was the first time I became so selfish that I wanted to hold that love in my heart. Like I wanted to hold that um feeling na this is the first time in my life that someone loved me after that thing no 19, 20 of 18 to 20 years old. And I got angry with my parents and my brother. It was a huge fight, no, and I was crying so much. And then I packed my things. And then they're all busy kasi may room ako, may sarili akong room that time. And then I was like, to be honest, hindi alam ng parents ko before that huge fight with my brothers. I had a huge fight with my boyfriend as well, my first boyfriend. I had a huge fight with him. Um, and then it actually pains me. Sobrang guilty ako dun sa ginawa ko. And then after that, pag uwi ko ng bahay, stressed ako. And then inaway pa ako ng brothers ko. So, it was rough and hard during that time. So, yun, to cut the long story short, I went out or home. Lumayas ako, tumira ako with a friend. Hindi ako nakita ng parents ko for like 4 to 5 months, I guess. And then, during that time, life is hard. I have to work for me to provide parang, of course, living and then help the home that I'm living. So I'm giving them money rin to buy something. But during that time, I would say self na paglayas ko ng bahay, I cut off all of my friends. As in, even my social media, even my boyfriend during that time, parang medyo naging aloof ako. I wanted to be free. I wanted to have my own time, to be myself. It was something passionate na I wanna be myself anymore. I don't wanna hear any words anymore. And I was like living my best friend's house during that. And yeah, I have to look for jobs such as, but um, no offense to my friend. If someday you'll see this video, um, someday if you'll see this video, to be honest, um, the house that I'm living during that time, it's not a home. I can feel that. I was so lonely. It was always dark, and I watched so many K dramas. I don't have any friends. I have a job during those times, and my boyfriend, he didn't know kung saan ako nakatira. Yeah, hindi niya alam kung saan ako nakatira. But nakikita namin yung isa't nagkikita kami from time to time. It's just that magpapadrop ako somewhere public and then we will split. Na after that, we will have a separate ways pa uwi. Even though gusto niya ako na ihatid, ay ayoko. Ayun. Um, what else? Yeah, so life during that time felt so lonely. Sobrang dark for me. It was new na I was living um other others home, other people's home. And it was so lonely at that place. And the place kung saan ako natutulog, marami siyang ano, mga, na insekto, marami siyang, so ang dami kong rashes during that time. Maybe because of stress then and depression. Not really depressed in a way na I feel empty. I feel something. It's just that my energy is so low that I don't have energy to, meeting other people. Sorry, yun ang favorite topic. Meeting other people or such. Ayun lang, parang 4 minutes before 12, December 13th, I just wanted to know self na um, I'm happy that I'm doing this video for us to reflect on yung nangyari right now. So yeah, um, life there is so lonely and I missed my friends so much, my parents. Lalo na nagkakasakit ako during that time sa home na yun. Sobrang nagkakasakit ako, sa stress din siguro. And I built this illness. I had a hypothyroidism, I gained weight, and then yeah, my boyfriend discovered the place. where I'm living, and he wanted to have a separate home for us. So, umuo ako kasi siguro naawa na rin ako sa sarili ko sa mga rashes ko, sa mga sugat-sugat ko kung saan ako nakatira. And looking back, I decided to say yes because I was still naive during that time. So, my boyfriend found another place for me. So, meron kami apartment na kinuha. May work naman na ako noon, maganda yung work ko, financially rin provide din ako ng good support. So, technically, nagkaroon kami ng moment ng boyfriend ko na nag-live. Yun kami talaga. Like, totally kami lang lang. But of course, yung apartment kasi malapit sa bahay nila. So, at times, yun, um, I don't know, I really don't know how to tell the story, but it's getting sadder. Baka umiyak ako. But, naiyak na ako agad. It was the happiest days of my life. Nung nagsama kami ng first boyfriend ko na we had this live-in setup. But we barely see each other. He's on night shift and I was working in the morning shift. And sometimes, matagal na ganun yung setup. So it's not something na, yeah, but I consider it him as a life partner since the day na we moved in. So it was prematurely, to be honest, looking back, at age 24 na pumayag ako ng live-in. I don't know talaga kung ano yung plan ko sa life ko, but I trust this man to, have decisions for me. And it was tough at the same time kasi not because discovering both of our true selves is worse, no. Discovering his true self is the best thing that I saw in my entire life, na makita mo yung a person. Kasi naiintindihan ko yung pain niya in life, naiintindihan ko yung pinagdaanan niya since childhood. And I was so happy studying my first boyfriend kasi I love him so much. I didn't know na there is hope in life na akala ko talaga hindi na ako magmamahal ulit. So, yeah, basically, so welcome December 13th. It's done na yung 12, but I'm happy doing this video for the record and, for my futures. No matter what my face is, I'm from work. We had a TTV, something, and yeah. Okay, moving on. It was the happiest years and days of my life when I had this live-in setup with my first boyfriend. And I hope he knows that it was the best thing that happened in my life. Like I have this, gonna cry. Di pa ako nakakapagkwento ng maayos kasi nakakapagod. So, alam din na agad. Um, sana alam niya. Sana alam niya yung nararamdaman ko na it was the happiest days of my life living with him. And the best things that we did together. Kasi yun yung dream ko talaga na hindi natupad yung first love ko. And if I can just recall all of the 3 years that I'm with my first boyfriend, actually 5, yung 2 years kasi he courted me. It's just that it's pandemic time. So medyo mahirap din, rough din yung moments. Pero I consider the start of the relationship since the past 3 years ago. Once he became a first boyfriend. So I'm his first, and he's my first as well. So it is something that I'm holding on to kasi it was something precious na I'm believing na kaya namin. And up until today, at the age 27, I'm still thinking of that idea na kakayanin namin, even in tough times. So, hindi ko naman in-advance, but yeah, going back, nako-conscious ako nakita ko yung mga ka-struggle ng sa'yo. Well, after that ng live-in setup, of course, parang kang napaso ng kanin. I would say, yun yung na-feel ko. Totoo yung sinasabi ng parents natin na yung kasal, hindi lang parang kanin na sinusubo habang mainit pa. And then, yeah, niluwa ko talaga. Lahat ng sinabi ko kasi nasaktan ako ng sobra during that time. I don't even recall kung bakit ako nasaktan, but it's something na I decided to na-realize ko pala na gusto ko mag-living alone. And I wanted to I need to build who I am. And I found a place to support that. And it's God's will. I believe it's God's will na He gave me this place. Actually, this is the place. This is my apartment. Ito yun. So, ayan siya. So, I have this nice view at the back. So, I have this area pa. Meron diyang, meron diyang dagat. So, nakikita nyo. Very therapeutic. So, it's God's will na sobrang soft, nakalipat ako to do this living alone journey. And then, what else? Yeah. After that, actually, ang hirap na ng life after that. Kasi, I know, my boyfriend wanted me to stay in their home for him to feel safe and to feel cared. To feel cared by someone he loved. And, I'm not too honest to tell him na, hey, I don't feel home sa house niyo. And I kept it inside of me. So, tumatambay ako dun sa kanila, tumatambay din. Though, maliit lang yung home nila, no? Though, parang, it's not something private na pag pumupunta ako doon, may private time kami. No, it's public. So, maliit lang yung bahay nila. But still, of course, it's still a home of a family. But, I was not honest sa boyfriend ko during that time na I feel so alone sa bahay nila. Like, to be very honest, because lumaki ako sa pagpiliang punong-puno ng pagmamahal. Like, talagang hindi ako, sabihin niyo lang OA. Pero I swear, pinalaki kami ng parents namin na punong-puno ng pagmamahal. As in, yung mga kuya ko, kahit mga lalaki sila, hindi sila basubirero. Sobrang buti talaga. Like, sila yung parang natitirang gentleman sa mundo. Na sobrang kaya nila irespeto yung ibang tao. Babae man, matanda man, bata. So, tsaka, pag nakita namin yung family, member namin ng family, kahit sino din, it felt home. Like, pwede mo sila i-hug anytime, pwede mo sila sandalan anytime. Sa bahay ng boyfriend ko kasi, parang laging galit-galit eh. Hindi ko ma-explain, pero it doesn't feel like home. It doesn't feel like I can lean on sa kahit sino na dito. Siyempre, pag may problema, nandiyan sila, of course. Nandiyan sila para sa'yo. It's just that you have to be strong yourself. Kasi, if not, masasaktan ka eh. Alam mo yun? Like, not, nothing against the family, no? It's just that I was not too honest sa boyfriend ko during that time na, hey, ayoko nang pumunta sa bahay niyo. Gusto ko lang na mag-stay sa loob ng bahay ko, to relax. During weekend kasi pagod din ng weekdays sa work, ganyan. But I didn't told him that. Lumalabas na lang siya kapag nag-aaway kami. In a way na ayoko na pumunta diyan. And you know, yung hypothyroidism na meron ako, it worsened. You know, I just discovered lang recently nung I met a friend dito sa Air Residences. We talked and then she mentioned rather, na you know what, yung mga tao nagkakaroon ng hypothyroidism, yung mga tao may throat chakra problem, blockages. Sabi ko, what does that mean? Sabi ko, ibig sabihin nun. Sabi niya, you're not being honest with yourself. You're keeping, uh, you're keeping, you're hiding the true you, or the true you. You're hiding yourself, your true feelings. So, when I am living with my boyfriend's family, I was not very honest. I made it feel like na parang wala lang nangyayari, ganito, ganyan. Pero to be honest, sobrang stress ako sa loob ng bahay with Lord. Hindi ako stress sa boyfriend ko eh. Hindi talaga ako stress sa kanya. It's just that kapag nasa bahay niya siya, yung boyfriend ko na yun, nag-iiba siya, nagiging monster siya sa sarili niya. Sa sarili niya naman. And ako, makita ko lang makalat yung bahay. Na-OC ako. Sobrang OC ko. Maarte na akong maarte. Pero, ngayong kinukwento ko 'to, na-realize ko na yung nag-trigger ang hypothyroidism ko kasi kinikip ko lahat na nakakapagpa-stress sa'kin that time. Maliban sa work, it was his family na I don't know, parang pinalaki nila yung boyfriend ko ng gano'n, na parang walang emosyon. Like, ako personally, kapag nanghingi ako sa kuya ko na, "Kuya, naglambing ako." Halimbawa, "Kuya, bilhan mo naman ako ng ganito, ganyan, ganyan." Yung kuya ko na yun, susunod siya sa usapan. Like talagang hindi ka niya paapaasahin. Ina-expect mo na talagang dadating siya. Which is, alam ko hindi magandang training kasi nga pag dumating yung time na hindi na-meet yung expectation mo, na-disappoint ka ng sobra, di ba? But sa family ng boyfriend ko na 'to, parang all the time, hindi mo sila puwede asahan yung family members kasi I don't know, they're lacking of communication. They're not communicating with themselves. Wala nga silang group chat as a family, eh. Talagang independent lang sila. They're not very sweet. Sobrang tough. I was not used to that kind of environment na parang all the time lagi akong bini-baby ng parents ko. Lagi akong loving-loving girl. And then, I met this family of my boyfriend na walang magbe-baby sa'yo dito. Ganyan. Walang magbe-baby sa'yo. Kumain ka dyan. O kaya, anong gawin mo dyan? Bahala ka. They're not very, hindi naman sila sobrang harsh. But they're like ignoring you a lot. Ignore ka na nila. Tapos kakausapin ka na, oh, kumain ka na. Pero yung alaga or asikaso, I would say na it was all my boyfriend during that time na it felt home. Makita ko na yung face ng boyfriend ko na yun. I was like, okay, okay na. Okay na ako. So long na nandito ka, okay na ako. Pero pag nawawala siya, I was so stressed. Hindi ko alam dahil ba sa size ng bahay. No offense. I'm just being honest with myself right now. Hindi ko alam kung sa size ba ng bahay nila or sa setup. Maarte talaga. Parang iisipin ko, i-judge ko yung sarili ko na ang arte-arte mo. Laging ganun yung isipin ko na arte-arte mo. Ngayon, kinip ko siya sa sarili ko. Pinaniwala ko yung sarili ko na kaya ko tumira sa ganitong setup. Kaya ko, para sa boyfriend ko na to. And I do really hope na na-appreciate niyo yung ganong sacrifices ko. Kasi, as someone na pinalaki ng comfortable, as in, spoiled na akong spoiled. And then you're gonna allow me to live somewhere way different. Hindi nga ako masyadong ano eh. Basta, most of the time, I'm just sleeping a lot. And, moving forward, nung living alone na, like nag-separate na kami ng home nung boyfriend ko, it was tough. May moment na 3 months kaming nag-break. As in, alam mo yun, nag-break talaga kami for 3 months. And I made myself better. I made myself, hindi ko alam kung paano siya yan. Hinahanapin ko, I swear, babasahin ko yung journal ko that time, during those times. Na parang, paano mo kinaya during that time? And, you know what? Sige na nga, hindi ko na i-share yung ginawa ng boyfriend ko during that time na nakasakit sa akin kasi hindi uso yung 3-month rule ng breakup, hindi uso. Anyways, hindi siya nagkaroon ng another girlfriend of him. Hindi nagkaroon. It's just that for me, if I didn't reach out to him, like, final, ko sana yun sa kanya. Parang, what do you call that? Parang, though nagme-message siya sa akin for that 3 months, hindi ko lang talaga pinapansin. Parang gusto ko na lang ng closure. I texted him na, ano, I'm gonna start new life, ganon, and I'm thankful for him, meeting him in his life. Sobrang ako ng that time, ewan ko ba, ganun yung mindset. And yeah, after that, he reached out, naniniwala pa rin daw siya sa amin, ganun, and he really wanted to change, he wanted to save the relationship, such as, but guys, remember, it's 3 months. It was really tough. And yung hypothyroid ko that time, tuwan-tuwa talaga siyang, alam yun, tumaba ako, I gained weight. This is not the, the weight that lagi ako meron. Usually, nasa 50s lang ako. Mabigat na yung 55 ko na weight. You know what? Right now, I'm 65. I weigh 65 right now. So, it was worse. So, at age 27, I was so, not really insecure, but I'm not confident showing my face to many people, even though they're telling me na, you still look pretty no matter what. But this is not the best me, to be honest. So, yeah, after that 3 months na nag-break kami ng boyfriend ko, kung tuloy pa rin ang life, as in, continue lang, naging best yung another year namin. Like, may mga konting away, pero kinakaya naman. Naisip bata yung minsan yung away namin, yung parang nag-unfriend kami, nag-block kami sa social media. Maybe because of the age, and we both have the same age then, and same mindset. Yeah, after that, fast forward after 3 years, done. Yeah, it's done. And at this time, or, you know, 48 and 38 seconds, I'm honest with you guys. I'm doing well. Yes, I'm doing better. I can take care of myself right now. I'm trying to be happy and joyful and appreciate life. I'm trying to rebuild my relationship with God. But I'll be very honest. I miss him so much. I miss my partner. And up until today, I'm still thinking, bakit niya ginawa yun? Like, he promised me na he will take care of me. But he just decided after, it was like past 3 months now. I blocked his number, I blocked him on social medias. I still public my story. if ever na gusto niyo ako kamustahin, gusto niyo makita yung status ko in life, I remained it public. But him, he's been very private these days. And yung trauma, nung nag-break kami ng 3 months then before, was there. Was here right now. And I'm so happy with 3 friends right now who keeps on checking on me. Like, yeah, 3 girlfriends na meron ako right now. They're checking on me from time to time. Anong update? Kamusta ka? Ganyan. I was so blessed to have these ladies in my life right now. And have this opportunity. Sobrang fun, sobrang lively ng life with work. At sobrang abundant talaga. Sobrang grabe si God yung bigyan ng blessing sa akin when it comes to my career. My finances. But yeah, I feel sometimes empty. Ito na naman yung moment noon na nung 19 or 20 years old ako na everything is happening abundantly. Like talaga nilalatag ni God sa'yo lahat ng blessings. The F, I can't feel anything. Like, God, Lord, ano ba to? Ano ba to? Like, napaka-ungrateful po. Sobrang ungrateful po. As in, hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ko right now. I have this beautiful home that I'm living. I have this life, beautiful life. I have my family there in Paranaque. I was here in Taguig. But you know what? I feel so empty. I miss him so much. But I can't do anything about it. Kasi siya yung nag-decide eh. And may natitira pa naman akong respeto sa sarili ko. Na yun na lang yung meron ako na hindi ko kaya ibigay yung last resort ko na to. Sa sarili ko na to eh. Nire-reserve ko na lang to for myself. And up until today, hindi pa rin siya nag-reach out. And I know no answer is an answer. No response is a response. And to myself at the age 27, I'm sorry if I don't know what to do anymore. Like, hindi ako depressed. I can handle things at work. Actually, not much these days. But I'm just trying to show up. I'm just trying to be myself these days and just try to live. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, this breakup pains me, but in a different way. It feels so numb. I feel so numb. And I was overthinking of everything that he can do. Pero wala na akong karapatan doon kasi he decided. And I respected his decision. If that's his decision. But right now, hindi ako makagalaw sir. Like, hindi ko alam kung paano ako magsisimula, kung paano ko ibabangon yung sarili ko after that. Like, hindi pa ako nag-lose weight, hindi ako makapag-workout, wala akong energy. Or sometimes I'm not showing up at work. I'm just online. I'm not showing up. I'm not helping my intern right now. I wanted to be alone. Sometimes, pag kagaya these days, kapag nasa uwian, I feel so alone. I feel so empty. And I'm just trying to comfort myself by eating good food, trying some yogurt, yogurt ice cream, such as watching Netflix. But you know what? It feels so empty. I was toxic back then. And why am I sharing this? Because I didn't know how it will affect 7 years of my life. That specific man, specific guy that I met more than 10 years ago, my first love. Up until today, it haunts me. And I wanted to move forward. I wanted to be secure of myself. Kasi pinaramdam niya sa akin kapalit-palit ako na ayaw mo akong kibuin, I'm not doing this job, I'm gonna look for other girl, and we found one. Actually, found a really great lady. And it pains me up until I had my first relationship. It pains me so much na these guys, they always makes me feel I'm not enough. And I really wanted to be full of myself. And I do believe that I'm enough. That there are men na respeto pa rin up until today. And gosh, hindi ko alam gagawin ko for this breakup. Sometimes I'm grieving, I'm crying a lot, but it will just went away after 10 minutes because I have a job to do. But for my future self, for the last 3 minutes of this video, I wish you will be happy in the future. I wish you have a partner who loves you so much and kids that are healthy and blessed. Right now, life is empty. I do partying, party ako, and I meet a lot of people, new people, but I feel so empty. I wanted to change, but I want to be a better person for myself, for my ex-boyfriend. I wanted still to work the relationship with him, and God knows kung ano yung magiging plan niya sa amin. But I hope you will heal soon. Sana future self, magpakatatag ka. Sana masaya ka. And I always choose to be happy. Because, yeah, you deserve to be happy. And I'm really sorry if I'm not doing anything at this age. Kasi hindi ko talaga alam yung gagawin ko. Kung pwede mo lang ako, kung may sama lang tapatik sa akin na pwedeng magsabi na ito yung dapat mong gawin. So right now, I'm just living like it is. It is what it is. But I do really hope na despite of the challenges that we went through for the past 3 years, for the past 7 years after 20, we'll be better at the age 28. Or by next year, January 1st. Everything will be well, everything will be okay, everything will be fine. We will be successful, we'll be happy. I hope we choose to be happy. I hope we choose to be healthy, fit, beautiful. I hope we choose love all the time. If I could just add this to my prayer, that I hope my first boyfriend will still be your husband and he will become better and best version of himself. And I hope Jesus will be the center. Jesus will be the center of your relationship with him. And I hope you both chose to be happy. And someday you'll be married together. Thank you. So I wish you luck in the future and I love you so much. Bye.